TranZit is the launch map for Black Ops 2 Zombies. Being a follow-up to Black Ops 1 Zombies was already a difficult task, let alone being a follow-up to Moon and its conclusion. So with that being said, did TranZit ever stand a chance? Yeah, it did. If it was done well. Let's start with what TranZit is currently like and run through each location one at a time, starting with Bus Depot. Okay, so you spawn in, kill these sleepwalking zombies, and build the turbine. You'll use this for pretty much everything, and as a result, basically every other buildable is useless. Not like it matters though, because guess what? The other buildables suck. Well, that's not entirely true. The shield is decent, I guess, built at the diner. It's easy to get, like the turbine, but that's the problem. You won't be holding onto the shield until late game when you no longer need the turbine. There is one buildable, however, that isn't quite like the others, which, don't worry, we'll get to that later. But guess what? We're at the diner and you're spinning the box, so pick up your shitty BO2 gun and build the previously mentioned shield, if you really want, I guess. Use the turbine to open up this shed, pick up your bus part, if you got one, and go to the diner where you have speed cola. And you can open up this roof section of the diner with this hatch thing. I don't know why you'd ever put in the bus, so yeah, use it to get Gallo Knuckles, please. For a nice price of 6,000 points. Wow. So generous, Treyarch. You can camp up here if you really want, or you could just trade in the open area by the shed, or just trade at the next location. Farm has nothing. Well, that's not entirely true. It has double tap, claymores, another bus part, and another shitty buildable. Fuck yeah, baby, let's go. The turret is just bad. That's all I can say about it. Double Tap 2.0, however, is a godsend compared to apparently everyone's fucking least favorite Black Ops 1 perk. BO2 now, for every bullet you fire, will shoot 2 bullets for the price of 1. That's what we like to see. Now let's move on to power, which has a buildable power switch in the most useless turn of events ever. I have no idea why the fuck I'm building the power switch, but here we are, I guess. Alright, so build this, spawn in Avogadro, and nah, I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna wait for this, just use your turbine. Skip this. Ignore another shitty buildable after building a buildable, and then move on to town, where as everyone has said before me, there are no wall guns. So what does town have then? Jug, love to see it. Stamina up, love to see it. And Pack-a-Punch, love to see it on literally any other map. And another buildable. Wait, hold on a fucking second. I don't know why BO2, mainly TranZit in particular, was so keen on drowning the player with useless buildables, and then most of them are dog shit. We'll come back to town's buildable. Let's just talk about how they put Jug and Stamina up at the end of the bus route. You could say that Treyarch did this to incentivize that the player use the bus and not run your ass all the way down to town, but why would they do this when you can just walk the other way and in 30 seconds you're at town, but then you don't have the power? So how do we solve this dilemma? Well, using old reliable, of course. Lift that fucking turbine and power up Jug for the rest of the game. Just kidding. You didn't think TranZit was just gonna give that to you, did you? Did you really think in a map where you have to build the power switch and build the other power source, why would they just let you have the perk machine stand permanently? Back to Pack-a-Punch really quick. You wanna know why I and many others like the BO1 maps? It's because they're simple. They have an easy Pack-a-Punch location, but instead I have to put down the fucking turbine and run my ass all the way to town and contemplate my life. Okay though, we did it. We're at town. Just go down here and oh my fucking god, as if they haven't already shoved it down your throat enough, you have to build the Pack-a-Punch machine. Quick question. How about I build the perk machines too? You know what, let me build the fucking bus while I'm at Tombstone. Buy this perk if you're a pussy and can't carry yourself in zombie. Why try when you can just feed yourself to the horde and absolutely shatter the game by doing the unthinkable? Having more than 4 perks in zombies. An unheard of feat to be sure in zombies. It's funny because Perkaholic breaks BO3. Why buy Tombstone when you could, oh I don't know, buy Gallo Knuckles and kill those pesky zombies until whatever round it is, I don't fucking know. Well, that is if you put your hatch, you know, in the Gallo Knuckles spot. If you didn't do that, well, let's just go find the Bowie knife instead, right? Where the fuck is the Bowie knife? come on, it's obviously in this fog up this random hill. Come on, silly, it's right there. Just pick up this jet gun part and move it. Okay, we'll fucking talk about the jet gun. So, the wonder weapon, if you could really call it that for TranZit, is a buildable, which means goodbye to your beloved turbine and hello to the jet gun. Okay, let's build this bitch. And yes, I did build the jet gun for this retrospective, and yes, I wish I'd known firsthand how shit this wonder weapon was. Alright, so pick this thing up in the tunnel, pick this thing at power, pick up this thing at the cabin, and wait, what's this? Nocturne Toad in the middle of this cornfield. You see, I actually like this. Actually, a pretty cool Easter egg, all things considered. And it actually looks really cool when it's in the BO2. And let's get back to town and BOOM! The jet gun. I've been running my ass all around this shitty map. Let's use it. Alright, first thing, it's a buildable, which means I gotta watch my slash whip it out every time, and you can't sprint with it. Are you fucking serious? Could say that Treyarch did this to incentivize the player to use the bus, since you can't sprint on the bus either, too, for some reason. Wow, this damage is incredible. Who needs to sprint when I could just use this for the whole game? Oh my fucking god, did the wonder weapon just sprint? So, with all the aforementioned stuff, could TranZit have really been good? Well, let's run through what I at least believe to be some things that could have saved TranZit. First off, the buildables. Jesus fucking Christ, remove all of them except the shield and the jet gun. Fuck this stupid turbine and just give me a normal power switch that I don't have to build. And maybe just a little tip, don't have the wonder weapon break when I try to use it. Why do I have to hold it out to fucking cool it down? Actually, that's the least of my questions. Why does it even break to begin with? Pack-a-punch, dear fucking god. Literally anything is better than the TranZit Pack-a-punch. How about something like Call of the Dead where it moves to like a random location every time lightning strikes? I mean, obviously it'd be somewhere for like 5 minutes or something. Or alternatively, which is basically a better idea than the current one, since TranZit's just a giant circle, you could put Pack-a-punch in like the center or something and just have 4 pathways that go to it instead. And I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, this is the whole reason I made this video. The mystery box. This is the biggest missed potential for the entire map. Put the mystery box in the bus. The box doesn't need to move locations because the bus already moves. It would incentivize the player to use the bus, and well, I mean, do I really have to say anything else? Why would they add mystery box locations at all these shitty little stops when you could just put it on the bus and not have it move at all? And it's not like there aren't maps with only one mystery box location. Look at Nocturne Toad, it has one mystery box location, and oh yeah, I know it's the first map, but still. The box is technically moving if it's in this bus, so I have no idea why they didn't just, you know, put it in the bus. Honestly, I know that some people don't like it, but random perk spawns on TranZit honestly would have worked pretty well and incentivized the player to once again use the bus. Unlike with Die Rise, there's not really any reason for them to be randomized. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They just kind of are, but with TranZit, I mean, at least you wouldn't have to wait for the bus to get all the way to town, so how about that? I'm not even going to try to talk about the Easter egg story. I honestly don't care for either of them. I don't even want to try and talk about these characters, since one of them, Samuel Stuhlinger, is about 1,000,000 times more important than everyone else, since he has a connection to a group of people who ate flesh. And finally, just remove the denizens. They serve no purpose when you can travel without the bus still, and with Stamina Up and Galvanuckles, they're honestly just more of a pest than anything. If Treyarch wanted you to move slow and take the bus, I don't know why they didn't just put the Origins mud. Sure, it would have been annoying, but I think I'd rather have the mud than the fucking denizens. And I know that the reason they put the denizens was so that the old gen consoles could load the map, but putting the Origins mud instead of denizens would make much more sense for the bus driving over mud instead of fucking alien creatures, he says, as if Treyarch Zombies is the most realistic game ever. So, in conclusion, did TranZit ever stand a chance compared to the BO1 maps? Yes. If the mystery box was on the bus, if Pack-a-Punch wasn't a bitch, they didn't have a buildable for everything in existence, and if Tombstone wasn't such a shitty perk, and all these fucking denizens weren't everywhere, then I think it could have been a good map. Too bad that didn't happen though, but maybe the next map will be better, right? I mean, we are paying $15 full price for a zombies map. One single map, so, I mean, has to be pretty good, right? Well, first we gotta do the green run maps in Nuketown, but then we'll tackle the one and only. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone in the next 2023 Treyarch Zombies Analysis Retrospective YouTube documentary video. Goodbye.
Stay behind the yellow lines at all times. Sorry, asshole.
Oh.
Fuck you. Now I am not stopping.
Holy shit, I don't even know how I fucking got back on, oh my god.